What's good, YouTube? Thanks for being on my channel again, and thanks for clicking on the new video. This is the Lean Life series episode 4. And yeah, I know it's been a minute since I touched the camera. Excuse that, the Seoul vlog, like the whole Seoul holiday, has been, I think, over 2 weeks now since I got back. But we are back on track now with the YouTube fitness game. And yeah, so as you just saw, I weighed in 77.5 kg, which is a new low weigh-in, which I'm really happy about because I've been busting my ass off with cardio the past few days. So that is a nice change. I'm gonna go into the changes of my diet later on in this video. But right now it's actually, or today is a rest day, and I started to do fasted cardio in the morning. So like no food, just go straight to the gym, do 45 minutes on the Stairmaster and come back. But we need to rehydrate right before that because I haven't drinking a single bit today. And also I'm gonna have a black coffee to wake up. And yeah, so let's get the day started. First, we sip on some water. And then the real deal. Cheers. Just kidding, it's burning hot coffee.
But this was just another fight. But be careful what you're drinking. Or you will end up like last night. Made it clear, made my move. I can't stay here and wait for you. Made it clear, made my move. I can't stay here, no I can't stay.
What up, people? So just got back from the gym. As you can see, my face is still red and I'm sweaty because I have to take my bike to the gym. First gonna shower up and then I'm gonna have some breakfast because I'm starving. What up, folks? So breakfast is done now since a long time. The day has already passed. As you can see, it's getting a bit dark in here, a bit moody. But I wanted to take a quick second and talk about the diet and the progress of the diet, or how it progressed over the weeks. Right now I think it's actually already the 10th week of like dieting, but it wasn't really hard until now. I wasn't like really pushing or like getting into the lean phase, because this has the reason behind that is the last maybe 2 or 3 years I already did a diet, and the number one thing I always did wrong was I reduced calories too quick, or I did too much cardio too quick, which led me into binge eating or just feeling drained all the time. I would have to take like naps throughout the day because I was so exhausted. So the main goal for this cut was to diet on as much calories as possible. The only problem with that was that obviously if you eat more, like progress will be slower. And so I think I started with like 2,600 calories, no cardio at all. I mean, I did lose some weight, but it wasn't really significant. So that progressed over the weeks, and I just started to do like 10 minutes of cardio, just like to really slowly implement it and like reduce calories a little bit. And then in week 7 or something was the Seoul holiday, and after that it was really time to like push through now and finally to get into the lean phase, and that is where I'm right now. So right now I'm actually eating like I split it up. I'm not doing like real carb cycling, but I'm doing training day macros and non-training day macros. So I'm eating like on training day, I eat more carbohydrates, a little bit less fat to prioritize the carbs, because they are like the main performance source, or like the main source for performance in the gym. So I make sure I have most of my carbs around my workout time, and then on a non-training day like today, on my rest day, I bump up fats a little bit just to get like dietary fats in from like avocados, beef mince, I don't know, eggs and all that good stuff, some nuts. And yeah, carbs will get reduced really low, like to, I think right now it's like 160 grams of carbs. And also I started to doing a lot of cardio, so I'm doing cardio daily now. On push and pull sessions it's 45 minutes post training. On rest day I do 45 minutes fasted, and after legs I just do 30 minutes because energy expenditure is already pretty damn high when training legs. And yeah, that's it right now. I can feel that now I'm doing this for a few days / weeks, and I can feel that I get like more tired. I don't feel like as awake and as sharp, but it's part of the process. I also feel like I am tightening up like quite a bit. It always takes for me really long to see like a lot of changes, because first my legs get lean, then I think it's like my back, and then my abs are the last thing that goes away. So yeah, it will take some time, but I'm pretty confident that we will do some good bits over the next few weeks. And yeah. What's good, people? So the GF and I, we are missing out on a few simple ingredients for tonight's dinner, so I'm gonna go quickly to the shop with the bike, nothing fancy. Good morning, people. It is the next day right now. It's a few minutes past 7. Woke up early today to hit the gym straight away. Normally I say like you should have a lot of carbs right before the workout, but I don't want to have a full stomach while I train, so I'm just gonna hit the gym. And the reason why I go to the gym this early fasted is because I want to film some content for the YouTube channel, and it's the gym where I train is like just a regular commercial gym. It gets really packed. It's really hard to film like already at like 1-2 p.m. So in the morning is only like the real time where I can do my stuff. So that's the reason why we're gonna do this. And as you just saw, we got a white monster on deck to get us fueled for the training. Jumping right into this workout, but first of all I want to tell you that you should definitely check out my Instagram profile. I'm gonna put the handle right here, or it's also in the description box. Just click the link, because I post a lot of these workouts on the gram as well. They're a bit more condensed and like a bit shorter if you just want some quick workout inspirations. And yeah, that's it. Otherwise we're gonna jump right into the workout. So first of all I want to say that I train chest in a lot of different ways. I did the bro split, I did upper lower, I did push pull legs. I train chest like once, 2 times or like 3 times a week. And for me personally, 2 times is the sweet spot. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard of the work from Dr. Mike Isertel, where he gives you recommendations of how much volume or like how many sets you should do per week. And I think he recommends something from like 20 to 22 sets per week for chest. And honestly, that is a bit much for me. I feel like my chest is a bit weaker and recovery isn't as good. So I hit 16 sets of do 16 sets of chest per week, but I really try to make them as good as possible, like really high quality reps. So instead of doing like, I don't know, 5 exercises with like 5 sets each, I'm really trying to do like every single set is worth it. You should try this out for yourself, just experiment it with it. So if, for example, in the first week you just do maybe like 12 sets, you feel like, how's my chest feeling? Do you feel fatigued? Then the next week or like 2 weeks after, you just bump it up a little and just work around that a little bit until you find the sweet spot of how many sets you can do per week. And obviously this will change over the weeks, like depending on your training, your nutrition, etc, etc. So right now I am following a push-pull legs training style. So on that day it was a push day, so it means I trained chest side delts or like delts and triceps as well, but I'm only going to show the chest part of this workout. And just a quick heads up, also want to mention that for me, especially my chest, I always did like 4 sets of 10 or like 5 sets of, I don't know, 8 or 6 or whatever, like always doing these straight sets, and it just wasn't really for me. I never feel like my chest was really progressing, I was getting stronger, because maybe some of you guys can like correlate with that or like understand that if you do, for example, like an incline dumbbell bench press, you do like 4 sets of 10. On the first set you like really hold a lot of in the tank, and then on the last set it's getting too hard. It's really hard to progress over the weeks, the weight just stays the same. So what I'm doing right now is, for most of my like heavy compound presses, I do 1 top set and then I do 1 back off set. And on the top set I really try to go to like mechanical failure, which means I try to load the muscle as much as possible, not working with like the shoulder or triceps when I do some pressing movements, with just chest only. And I really try to go like to 100%, like give it my all. So when I say I want to do just like 6 to 8 reps, like the 8 reps should be the last one I could physically do. And then I do a back off set where I just like lower the weight and just do a lot of reps, for example like 12 to 15, to get that hypertrophy aspect of getting more volume. Because for me, I feel that mixture is the best for my chest, instead of doing like, I don't know, like I said, 4 by 10 or something like that. So first exercise I did was incline dumbbell bench press, and just highlighting some few main points here, because I already did a video on that. I think it was actually my first video. It's called like Push Workout Explained. I really went into detail on all the single exercises there. And yeah, for the incline dumbbell bench press, just make sure your bench is at like a 45-degree angle. It's not too high or too low. And when you position yourself on the bench, just pinch your shoulder blades back. So imagine having a pencil between your shoulders, trying to hold on to that. And when you push the weight up, instead of thinking about moving your hands up, try to think about extending your elbow. So which means when you bring or like press dumbbells up, just try to lock, not fully lock out the elbow, but in that way a lot of people get a better mind-muscle connection and can actually feel the weight better. So my top set, I did I think like 28 kg for 6. Last week I did 26 for 8, so I bump up the weight. And then for my back off set I did like 16 kg for like 15 reps. Wasn't as clean at the end. Normally I would always recommend like the first and the last rep should always look the same, but that's why we progress over the weeks. So next week I'm gonna do the 28 again, trying to shoot for at least 7 reps, and then do the 16s with like 15 reps again, but make it more smooth. The second exercise I did was a bodyweight dip. Obviously when a bodyweight dip is too easy for you, just put some extra weight on yourself. For me, I'm not that strong in my chest and my presses, so bodyweight is more than enough for me. Here normally I would recommend to do like a back off and a top set and a back off set as well. But since I'm just getting into this exercise and like newly introduced it, I'm just doing like AMRAP sets. So I'm doing like as many reps as possible, which is for me on like the first set I do like maybe 10 reps, and then on the second one I do 8. Like a hint for here is, imagine trying to think about squeezing the handles into each other, so you get a better squeeze in your chest, and also don't lower yourself too low because there's the risk of shoulder injury. So actually like parallel or just like a teeny tiny bit under parallel is perfectly fine. You want to target the chest and like the front delt or the tricep with this exercise. Third exercise I did was an incline machine press. It doesn't have to be this particular one. Anything that you have in your gym is totally fine. This one is really nice because it has 2 individual weight stacks. So it's, in a sense, it's unilateral because you move all the weight with just one single arm, and it's not one weight stack for both of your hands. So with this one, again, I do 1 top set and 1 back off set. I think on the top set I did something like 30. It was the first time that I did this particular machine. Normally I did another one, but I actually feel this one more in my chest. So it was new, I had to get used to it first. So I think I did 30 for like 8, and then I really lowered it to get a really good mind-muscle connection, to like connect to this exercise first. So like half the weight, did just 15 kg. I think you can see in the clip that the weight stack is really little, but like like I said, my chest is really weak, and the moment I try to like load it really heavy, I put on a lot of weight, I start just like rolling forward my shoulders, I push with my shoulders and my triceps, I don't feel it in my chest. So lesson learned over the last 7 years I trained, just lower the weight, feel it in your chest, and then you will actually make some gains. So then the last exercise I do is a pec deck. This is one where the handles are a bit closer, so you have those pads, and you see a lot of people doing like putting their arms in like a 45-degree angle, and then they push together like this, which is kind of fine as well, because the main driver for the pec is, or like the main function of the pec is to bring your humerus, so your like upper arm bone, across your body. So if you think about it, it shouldn't be like your main priority doing a fly to bring your hands in together, but rather bring your elbows in together so you get that humerus across your body. So when you do a pec deck like this, what I do is I fully extend my arm and put the pads on the elbow. The reason behind that is for internal joint pressure. Just think about leverages and handles. So if you put a lot of weight onto your wrist, it's obviously way harder to hold it than if you would put it on your elbow. And I try to like face my palm downwards, so I just like pronate them, and this way it kind of mimics like a Bayesian cable fly. The idea behind that is that you run alongside your muscle fibers, and for some people it's nice. Some people say they have a better pump when they do it with the palms facing each other. This is because you're already stretching the muscle before you even you get a good stretch in your muscle. When you face the palms each other, just switch it up. It's not like one thing is going to give you major more gains than the other ones. Just focus on like getting a good squeeze, thinking about driving the elbows together instead of the hands, and then you will definitely get a good pump. With this one, I'm not doing the top set and then the back off set, so I do straight sets here, and I really try to shoot for like 15 reps. And the rep range scheme, I say like 12 to 15, but honestly, I really try to do 15 to get a lot of volume in the chest, because I'm already fatigued. Like I did my sets where I tried to improve on strength, and here I'm just trying to pump as much blood into the muscle as possible. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Lean Life series. That was episode 4. This Sunday, episode 5 will air as well. I already got everything scheduled and ready to upload. I'm really digging into now. I'm posting on Instagram, doing my YouTube, and I'm really enjoying it as well. I think this vlog was a bit better. I'm feeling like I can step up my game every single video I do with like the music, transitions and whatnot. So if you liked the video, please share it, show it to your friends if you learned something. I'm really glad about that. Otherwise, just leave a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, leave a comment down below, and otherwise I will see you in the next one.